Hello and welcome, my name is Robin, and I've been stranded on this island for a while now. The reason I haven't died of starvation or gone insane because of the loneliness is because of my excellent survival skills. I paint faces on things and talk to them like they're my friends. But making friends can be hard sometimes, so this is my survival guide to making imaginary friends. Friendship seems like one of those processes you can't really put down. One day you're strangers and the next you're comparing who found the funniest porn. It's a weird, vague thing. Some might say it's harder to explain than what the appeal is of those vagina, armpit, anal bead drawings. But if you ask me, friendship is as simple as the answer to the question, why are those anthropomorphic plain women so sexy? So, making friends. You see that brown coconut? I named her Sarah. She's nice. I don't know if I like her because of the personality I hallucinated her having, or just because she isn't as good of friends with the coconuts next to her, Emma and Eva. That's a good thing. For me, because whenever they exclude her, she doesn't have anybody, or as I like to look at it, she doesn't have anybody better than me. This and the fact her brownness tells me she's going to fall from the tree soon makes her the perfect friend. Or look at his skull. Some might see it as an omen, a clear glance into their future. This man couldn't survive. What makes you think you can? But with a bit of seagull blood, boom, you've made yourself a new friend. My name is Mark. I have a low bar for calling people friends, probably because I'm a nice guy. I know my neighbors' names, and I don't have a hard time coming up with conversation while talking to my grandparents. I don't know about this guy. How can I feel confident in my being fun to be around level if the person doesn't seem to dislike me at first? I can't prove myself to you. How can I trust somebody that just likes me? He probably likes everybody. I'm out of here. I think it's stupid when people say men and women can't be friends just because one of them will always feel attracted to the other. It's very heteronormative and like you can't be friends with someone you would also like to have sex with. Wow! Box containing whatever fire starters are. Sounds like an energy drink. We really get each other. Of course I also have friends who I totally don't want to have sex with. Yeah, totally. I like how we can just both say nothing and sit next to each other and we're chill, it's not awkward. You know that rock over there? He asked me out. I think I sort of do. The one next to my Desert Island album 50 song memoir? Yes. I don't like those rocks. Other jokes are just them confusing other people and feeling smart about themselves. I'm not saying it's impossible to be funny in the winner, but I prefer the person making a joke, making himself the loser. Just pretend to be the kind of person you're making fun of. Don't brag about how smart you are. You know what I like about living on this island? I am especially proud I didn't come up with some new religion to give myself hope in these harsh times. No thanks, I'm way too intelligent for that. Am I right or am I right? Box, that strongly reminds me of the girl I know that once said to my face, sometimes I just laugh and nod at what you're saying so you'll stop. You really understand me. The worst part of survival is almost knowing what to do. I know I shouldn't drink seawater, and I have this vague idea that I need to build one of those water filters with sand, rocks, and even charcoal, I think. Or is that just how to turn cola clear? So I tried something. Come on, man! This island sucks! You're a very, very disappointing island. No ancient evil or buried treasure. And I'm sure when I get the time to walk over that hill, it isn't going to turn out that it's been a luxury vacation resort all along. You know, if someone tells you, don't just go out into the sea on that sailboat, that's dangerous. Do you know anything about how to sail? Listen to them. I know that people that know stuff about sailing are very annoying, using sail words while explaining something to a first-time sailor. Remember to tip your boat towards the backstay when the wind is hitting your mainsail and duck your head because we decided your mode of transportation should attack you from time to time. They're annoying. But saying you'll do what they're saying, but not because they told you, but just because, and then you come up with some lame excuse, is much easier than surviving on an island. You see that stone with a bunch of charcoal on it, making it look attractive? Which I know isn't why they put it on, they're wearing it because I didn't want my failed campfire to have no purpose. They're not my friends. I know them well enough to recognize them in a crowd, look at them, think about talking to them but not doing it, and then slowly making it harder and harder to ever strike up a conversation. The other hard part of talking to them is that they're a rock, and all the hotness in the world isn't going to make them a sentient being. These mushrooms do. I've had whole short awkward conversations with the rock while eating these, and sure, having to reintroduce myself every time is fun, but the violent diarrhea and the horrible swelling Just don't make it worth it. So, stay out of the sun, find a good piece of white beach to write your message on, but don't write SOS. That's been done, okay? If you can't come up with anything, think about what you would like to see when you're flying over a bunch of little islands. Or just be honest, really as honest as you can. And if people don't like that, you don't like their blankets, normal food, and working phone, so you can tell your loved ones who didn't die on your ill-prepared sailing trip. I wrote, please get me out of here. I tell myself the coconuts hate me, but when it's proven right, I still wanna blow my brains out. Like, what's even the point of having a low self-esteem defense mechanism, but still feeling bad when people don't like me? Oh, I don't wanna blow my brains out. I've just said that too much, so now it's lost its meaning. It's like swearing. So, don't worry. Maybe I sound sad than I am, or I'm lying to myself. I'm not an objective observer. People often think I'm sad when I'm just staring into space. No, I'm fine. Well, I'm stuck on this island and about to starve to death. Please help. I liked your SOS thingy. I skipped like 5 people just because they all wrote, please help, we split into 4 tribes and I think the ones deeper in the forest are getting more and more okay with cannibalism. Thanks a lot. Do you have like a phone? I need to begrudgingly tell some sailor he was correct. About what? Almost anything. Rations, map readings, about how natives won't think you're God. They'll just think you're a weird looking guy. I don't like sailors. You just might be a figment of my dying brain as I lay upon the hot sand, as the seagulls stop being shy and start to wonder who will get to eat my eyes. But I think we're going to be good friends.